Imagine being prosecuted for a crime you haven't committed. You want to stay strong. You want to assure your family that you're going to be okay. I mean, after all, you have a lawyer to fight for you. But he looks a bit stressed. He won't hear what you have to say. He urges you to take a plea deal and take a prison sentence for literally just being in the wrong place at the wrong time. This isn't his fault, but it's a fundamental weakness in how our justice system operates. We all live in a community where many are given unfair opportunities and circumstances in the judicial system. So it's our responsibility to foster change. Today, I'll be talking to you about why the judicial system is unjust, what consequences arise from this unethical dilemma, and what can be done to change it. So first, I'd like to explain to you why the justice system is flawed and unethical. Public defenders are constantly overworked and given too many cases. According to NBC, lawyers in Missouri have to work on 80 to 100 cases per week. Sometimes, they even have to work on 150 cases at once. According to the Florida Political Review, in Florida, attorneys have to work on 500 cases per year, and in New Orleans, they might only get 7 minutes per case. Not only are they overworked, but they're grossly underpaid. Coming straight out of law school, they only get a salary of about $45,000. With 3 years of experience, that number barely jumps to $64,000. Imagine coming out of law school with hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. A lawyer by the name of Sharon Cumprach once said, "While I am incredibly committed to supporting my clients and their community, how am I supposed to support myself with the salary I'm on right now?" Now that we understand what's wrong with the way we administer justice, let's talk about a couple repercussions. Law school graduates don't want to work as district attorneys because of this. For example, prosecutors might make $135,000 out of school, and with 3 years of experience, make $172,000. They're given the same education, but in a little different change of profession, they get a vast difference of money. This results in a lack of supply for district attorneys, and in turn, more work on each individual attorney. Secondly, many agree to plea deals on crimes they haven't even committed, because public defenders get no time to work on cases, and therefore they pressure victims into coercive plea bargains for crimes they're not responsible for. They're unprepared, and they're no match for prosecutors who have infinite time, resources, and money. And this is the case for death penalty cases as well. In these examples, defenders need more time to work on their case, and yet that's something they don't have. According to NBC, a victim in Kansas City had to spend 13 months in prison just because their public defender couldn't get to their case on time. We are faced with this problem, and now I want to present a couple solutions to this immense dilemma. The most obvious solution, just pay them more. According to Ramsey Solutions, 2% of all our tax money is allocated to the administration of justice. However, if we pay public defenders more, there's going to be more attorneys and a less individual load on each attorney. Therefore, there's going to be more time and effort put into each case, and therefore there's going to be a better chance for justice to be administered. But wait, where is this money going to come from? Right now, the government puts 25% of tax money towards the national defense. If the president were to cut this by 16%, we'd get around $800 million to play with. This could be spent paying 20,000 public defenders a salary of $80,000 to $90,000. In conclusion, This moral dilemma occurs every day. We need to understand why this happens and what are some potential solutions. Today I've talked to you about how public defenders are overpaid, or overworked and underpaid. I've talked to you about why there's a lack of public defenders and how unlawful prosecutions arise because people don't have the money to hire their own lawyers. And I've presented the solution of the president to cut funding from the defense budget and putting it towards the administration of justice, which would solve this problem at hand. The Sixth Amendment says that the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury from the state or the district. So we can all agree that a lot of people don't face the speedy trial. And are we going to stand aside and let people unconstitutionally just be thrown in prison like this every day? No. We need to fight, and we need to make sure that money is redirected to this defense fund so that we can have justice. Thank you.